Hey, what's going on? We're going to talk about IRONMAN Chattanooga in this video. I'm Ryan Faulkner, SFBaseTriathlon.com. And with that, let's jump into the video. We're going to talk about IRONMAN Chattanooga, and we're specifically going to talk about the transition area. So this is basically where everything happens to this race. It's where you go from swim to bike to run, where you drop off your bike gear, where you drop off your T1 and T2 gear, where you drop off your special needs in the morning. Everything happens here. It's right by Ironman Village, right by the finish line. It's all super condensed right in downtown Chattanooga. Really convenient. That's why I like this race, and I'm coming back for my fourth attempt at it. I've done it 3 other times, done the half once, so this will be the fourth time there at Ironman Chattanooga. Really like the course. Don't like the 100 degrees that it can get to sometimes, but really like the course, really like the town, really like the people. So let's jump right into it. Ironman Chattanooga 2022, at the time of this recording. Let's look at the event schedule. So the transition area opens, and this is for race day. So this is where all the action happens at 4:30 a.m. on Sunday. So this is where you report, where you drop all your gear off, check your bike, do all the things, and catch your shuttle to the swim start. Saturday, that's where you're going to be dropping off your bike and your T1 and T2 gear bags. Now you will get access to them on race morning, so you don't need to drop everything off in there. But for Thursday and Friday, Ironman Village, check-in, everything, it's all at Ross's Landing. So it's super convenient. They've got a few, the start is at the Riverwalk Park, so it's a little bit different area, but that is the only thing different, really. The Convention Center, breakfast and award ceremony, but everything is Ross's Landing, so it's super convenient. All you gotta do is remember where one spot is. Ross's Landing is this little park area here. This is the swim exit, comes up over here, and you run along the sidewalk and up into the transition area. It's right by the Ironman Village here, Chattanooga Green. Tons of parking over here for race morning. You get there right at 4:30, a little bit after. I mean, I parked in this parking lot, and it's been awesome. But this is Ironman Village is going on here, but this is the entrance into transition area to drop off all the gear and everything. When you're swimming, you're going to come in and you're going to grab your gear bags, and they're going to have you run in here. And you more than likely, it's a little bit different. Every year is a little bit different. Before COVID, after COVID, and so it's just going to depend on several factors. But typically, when you are going to get your bike, you have to go to your rack spot and get your bike yourself, and you ride out. And then when you come back, usually they have bike handlers that you just give it to them, and they bring it in and put it back in the rack spot. So just be aware of that. But for the swim, usually you're going to have to run through, get your gear bags. They might let you in on this first little turn, and then the transition tents are going to be right in here in this little middle area here. So transition tents, more than likely they will have them this year. I know for COVID they kind of did away with the transition tents for a little bit to not have a small little tight space, but they're bringing it back. I've done it for Tulsa, I've done it for Des Moines. They've got the tents back for 2022, so more than likely this is where the tents will be at. So those will be right here. There'll be a men's and a separate women's tent, and it'll be right here. But this parking lot will be full of bikes. This race usually sells out. I think I saw something a few weeks ago about only 100 spots left. Pretty sure it's sold out. Let's just check. Limited spots remaining. Let's see what they got for limited spots. Just in case you're seeing this video and you want to go out there and sign up. I'm making this video about a couple weeks out from race day, but relay, and they're only up to Ironman Foundation entry, so it's sold out for 2022. So, like I said, this is going to be your transition area in this parking lot. So when you're dropping off stuff, this is going to be the only entrance over here, right next to Cold Stone's right here, along with Rocky Mountain. It's important to know that's my race day, or pre-race day. Stop, and post-race if I get there soon enough for the close to get myself a little ice cream after race too. But this over here is the only entrance in, and then I'll have exits where you can come out and everything, and this is where the dismount line is for the bike. And this is where you run your bike out to start the bike course. But this whole area, you can exit when you're dropping stuff off, but the only place you can enter is here. And it's super convenient, when you go do check-in, when you go do bike drop-off, gear drop-off. I mean, there's a parking lot here, there's a parking garage here. So basically, if you get there, I would start down here and just looking for spots. It's all pay parking. And just look for a spot to come park your car, and if you can't find it, start going out a little bit further. Parking garages everywhere. It's really not a huge problem. Parking garage right here, you can just bring your bike down. other sides. So just make sure you're not parking in a designated garage for like hotels or businesses or something like that during the week. That's the only caveat. But other than that, and if you're riding your bike around downtown, make sure you put your helmet on and obey traffic rules and stuff like that. Just be nice. But it is super convenient. Like I said, I mean, transition area is not in the boonies, out in the middle of nowhere. It's right downtown, right where everything's going on. So all you do is park, bring your bike over, bring your gear over, drop it off, and when on race morning, you park over here, park in one of the several parking lots over here because it's going to be kind of empty at 4:30 in the morning. Go over there, check your gear, check your bike, drop off your special needs, and then you hit the shuttles and they take you out to the swim start. I mean, it really does not, and people are going to be coming and going all day, so if you give your bike checkout and gear checkout tickets to someone, once you're on the run, give it a little bit, and they'll have your T1 bag, your T2 bag tied to your bike. Or what they've been doing is, I think they've gone back to having a corral where they got your morning bag, your T1, your T2 bag all tied together, so you can get them there and get your bike. And then they can bring that stuff over to a nice little parking spot or your hotel or wherever, put that away so you don't have to worry about it later. It does get to be a little bit of a line later on in the evening when everybody's trying to get their gear out of there, so just be aware of that. Because there's going to be only one entrance and that's going to be it. Other than that, don't wait till the last minute, in the event schedule. Saturday, bike drop-off. Goes to 3 p.m. Please don't wait until 2:45, 2:50 to show up and park. I know things come up, but try as much as you can. Don't be late for that last drop-off because you don't want to be that person. So, other than that, I mean, this is transition. It's really pretty straightforward. That's, again, why I like this race. It's pretty straightforward, pretty easy to deal with. And years past, if they have more athletes, sometimes transition is spilled over in this parking lot, but usually it's just contained in this parking lot. There's enough spaces for bikes in there. So this is it. This is your swim exit right up here at Ross's Landing. You come through here, come out, and there you are, right in transition. Come off the bike, drop it off, come right over here, get your gear bag, go in the transition tent, and you're out running. So it's really super straightforward, like I said. There's nothing super complicated about it. But if you got any questions, put a comment on Facebook if you've seen it there. Put a comment on YouTube. I'll get back to you with the notifications. And if this helps you out, give a like on Facebook, give a like on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, hit the notifications buttons for future videos on this course, other courses, or the Triathlon Tips in general. So with that, I'm going to close up the video and wish you good luck out there. Happy training. See you later.